Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Welcome, sister.
Om Shanti.
Our topic today, as usual, is soul connections. It was a very, very, very interesting episode last time. We were speaking about the children and the weakness, and you explained detachment so well. I always had this feeling of a kind of a negative feeling about that word, detachment. And you've converted that detachment into love.
Detachment doesn't get converted into love. It's only when we are detached.
Then only you can love.
Then it's love. But illusion, belief system says when it's attachment, it's love. Attachment also creates pain. And when there's pain, there's no love.
Usually when we talk in social gatherings, when a lot of women and men join together, if you hear the talk, they said, you know, my husband loves his son. He could not stop crying when this happened. My wife loves so and so. The child's pain is her pain. This is how we've been brought up.
So these are belief systems. That's what it's all about, that they're belief systems that were cultivated over a long period of time, and each parent then passed on the belief system to the child. It's another inheritance that we get.
That's what I was about to say, the treasures we pass.
Yeah, the inheritance with all the other property, this also we get. And that's why, that's why we say the sanskars of the parents definitely have an impact on the children. So it becomes very, very important for a parent to keep self-checking, and that would mean by checking the quality of our life, so that our belief systems, which we hand over to our children, are the truth. Because the belief system will create the destiny. See, like this, even this simple belief system that, oh, they love him so much that they are in pain. So then the destiny will always be that you are in pain with your child and you're adding pain to him and you're not able to help him. That will be the destiny, your destiny and the child's destiny. But then if you stop, check and say, my role is to empower the child. So this belief system is not correct. And the belief system should be that if my child is in pain, then love means I have to strengthen. So it's a question of constantly checking so that I create the destiny which is healthy for me and for my child.
Yeah, talking of pain, I remember last time when you said that when a person leaves the body, a soul, and that soul enters another, while not only costume, while it is in the womb, mother's womb, the pain which goes through the people, the family where the death has happened, that pain is carried forward in that woman's womb. Absolutely. So imagine in real life.
See, we've been seeing in this whole series that vibrations have an effect on people. So all the pain that we are creating is going to have an effect on the soul. So and that's why we say it's soul connections. You know, when we say relationships, we always put label on relationships. And we always said, okay, this is a parent-child relationship, so it's supposed to be like this. This is a husband-wife relationship. This is a brother-sister relationship, so it's supposed to be like this. Actually,
it's just a soul connection.
Yeah, it's just a connection of a soul with a soul, and it's an energy exchange, and the equation for all the energy exchange is the same.
Energy in exchange is so wonderful.
It is.
Actually, tell me one thing. When you and I are speaking and the viewers are watching, are we exchanging energy with these people who are listening to us and watching the TV?
Yes, because we're creating thoughts and feelings, vibrations. A lot of people who've been watching Awakening for a very long time share their experience that they are able to take from this program little things back into their life and are able to work with it and are able to create miracles for themselves. But then important is that while we are sharing, we are 100% convinced about what we are talking. What happens very often is that parents think something else
And do something else and speak.
Say something else.
Teach something
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
I was in a school where there were about 2,000 children, and the children had chosen the topic, can honesty bring success? And then children are so soft and so easy to understand. And they said, okay, fine, we decide, sisters, from today, we'll be honest. Okay. Now the children left and they went to their classrooms, and all the teachers gathered after that, and they said, we don't think honesty can bring success. So I said, okay, no problem, let's go back to class and let's talk to all the children. It took 1 hour to share with them that honesty brings success. It'll take half an hour, probably even lesser than that, to say honesty doesn't work. I said, no, 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 no. We're not to say that to them. To them, we have to say honesty brings success. But then what's our own belief system?
It doesn't work, it doesn't touch anybody's heart.
Why it doesn't touch? What does it mean that it doesn't touch anybody's heart?
Because
Actually,
my belief system is not there, I don't believe in something.
Right.
How can I transform that kind of energy to you? Because the
See.
energy which is, when I'm telling a lie,
Right.
that goes first to you.
it's not only when you're telling a lie.
Isn't
Let's
it a
say,
lie when I don't
let's-
believe in something
yeah,
and
but
teach
let's
you?
say that your belief system is that honesty doesn't work.
But still I have to teach my child.
But you're teaching the child honesty is the right policy. Okay? So when you're communicating this to the child, there are two communications happening simultaneously. My thoughts, my belief system is honesty doesn't work. My words are honesty is the way to live. So when I am communicating this message to the child, there are two energies traveling, thoughts and words, and they are not in harmony.
Correct.
They are conflicting.
Right.
So the child gets a conflicting message.
Okay.
The child is receiving vibrations, honesty doesn't work because that's my vibrations. And then he's receiving words, honesty is the way to live. It's a conflicting message, and that's why the child will never understand. And then parents say that however hard I try to explain, he just doesn't understand. And it's in any relationship when we are saying they just don't understand. Well, they don't understand because the communication is conflicting. Different thoughts and different words. The opposite person will never understand.
So you are confusing the other person.
Yeah, so they'll never understand.
I'm thinking differently,
Yes.
speaking differently, or teaching differently.
Absolutely.
So I am sending a confused vibration.
Confused message. You know, it's like if I come to you for a message, for me to understand, your message will have to be
Clear.
clear. That's communication skills. And the clear message, I'll understand and I'll implement it. But if you give me a confused message, do it but don't do it. Sit but don't sit. So it's like, be honest, but honesty doesn't work.
So what does that man do?
So how do I understand? And then we say, look at children today, they just don't understand. Because I, the one communicating the message, am confused. And therefore they will never understand. And in order for them to first understand, and then second to be able to implement, we need to say only that, what we believe in, what we feel, and the way we live in our life. Never give a conflicting message. And what happens is thought energy travels much faster than words. And I will say once in a while, you should be honest. But honesty doesn't work is my belief system. So that aura, my vibration, which gets created because of my thought patterns, is constant. So that thought energy, the child is receiving constantly. Words once in a while. So the dominant energy then
Is the thinking,
is the
thought.
thinking. We see very often in schools, they have this subject on moral science, value education. And yet we have a lot of schools calling sisters and brothers from the Brahma Kumari centers to come and talk to children about the same topic. And then we're sharing the same things, simple things, peace, love, harmony, honesty, simple things which they're anyways learning in school. And then the teachers say, but why is it that when you all are coming and talking, the children are understanding better? It's only one reason. Not that the ones who are going and sharing have become perfect, No, they're not. We're all working on ourselves. We are not 100% peaceful or 100% loveful or even 100% honest. But we are working on it, and most important, our belief system is 100% conviction. Peace works, love works, honesty works.
It's just like that old story when a mother takes a child to their guru and says that he eats too many chocolates.
Right.
And the guru says, bring him tomorrow. Then he says, okay, bring him next week. Okay, call him next month. And finally he says, next month when he comes, beta, don't eat so many chocolates.
Right.
It's not good for you. And the mother gets angry. Why did you take a month if you had to speak only this line? Then the guru says, I used to eat chocolates that time.
Absolutely.
And if I preach, it won't have worked.
It won't work.
It's such a small,
It's
old
a very
story
simple thing.
and such a common story.
Yes.
We hear it every day from everywhere, but still,
Yes.
why don't we understand when you're listening? I must have heard the story 10 times, 100 times, but now I understand when you say so. It's so clear to me.
It's simple. And then we can tell the children, pick up the phone and tell them I'm not at home.
Yeah.
And then honesty works. Every step we are teaching them that dishonesty is what works. Take a simple thing. The child is in the car with me. We're on the road. Break a red signal.
Okay.
Or we're caught talking on the phone while driving. It's a challan. I have to pay the fine. Okay, so I have to pay the fine of 1,000 rupees. But I have an option. And that I can just slowly put 100 rupees in the pocket and move ahead. I just saved 900 rupees. And when I go home, I very proudly announce to the family, you know what? Today I was caught, but I saved 900 rupees. The child is watching. Money is more important than values. And then and there he's learned his belief system that compromising on values for profit is the way we live.
So many people who are listening to what you say, they might say, what is she talking about? This is today's life. This is Kali Yuga. This time you have to live, be a Roman in Rome.
Yeah, so
That's what they will tell you.
Again, then stop and check. How do you want your life and your child's life to be? Happy? Healthy?
They will then say they are not capable or smart enough to live in today's world.
Because we are living by the belief system that values don't work.
Yes.
So if we are living by the belief system that values don't work, why are we trying to teach them values? So I have to stop and check. Do values work? And most important, do I want my child to live on values? And why should he live on values? Because that's the only way we can be happy. At every step, if we keep compromising on our values for money, for short-term gains, just because we thought money is happiness. The child has just learned. He's just seen the scene in the house. My father saved on this amount of money, and look at everyone, how happy they are. So money equals to happiness, even if it is at the cost of values. So then why are we complaining that my child doesn't tell me the truth?
And what about the value system of your child towards you, the parent?
That's what I'm saying. Then the parent will say, my child doesn't tell me the truth.
Yeah.
The child has
That's
just
also
learned.
value, no?
The child has just learned that if you get stuck somewhere and if you're in a problem, it's easy to tell a lie, move ahead.
Yeah, then the parent, the child will cheat his father of money or anything, and he'll say, oh, my father himself does that.
He doesn't, you know,
Today's
you don't even
values.
say it, you know, actually. It's just that your whole programming happens that way. You don't even sit and counter your parents and say, but you do this, so I do this. No, this is the only way of living I know. Because this is the only way of living I saw while I was growing up.
Yeah, one more thing is very common where I see. I had a very small little friend. She was about 2.5 years, and I used to watch her mother saying, "Let's today you should do the hairstyle of that particular heroine who did that role in that film. Now you dance like that and show me. Now you tell these dialogues and show me." And later on, now after about 15, 18 years. And now she complains that look at her, she's all the time in movies and she wants to become an actress.
First, we encourage them to watch television and movies. Then we encourage them to sing like them, dance like them.
Wear the same clothes.
Wear the same clothes, act like them. And most important, what we do is, whenever there are guests at home, we will say, sing that song and show them. Dance like that and show them. And then the little kid will do it. 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And when the little kid performs, everyone appreciates. And the kid has just learned performance gets appreciation. This is a very, very deep belief system. Performance gets appreciation. And we are living our life even today with that belief system. That only when I perform, whether it's in my career, whether it's in whatever I'm doing out there in the world, it's only when I perform that people will accept me. And my self-esteem is dependent on people's acceptance because people like me only when I perform, and so I have to perform. If I don't perform, my self-esteem goes down.
It goes so deep in relationships.
It's very deep.
I have to perform all the time and tell, see that my wife is happy. Oh, how are you? Are you okay? Do this, do that. Means so that she should appreciate me.
Yes. And then you'll feel good.
Then,
see, performance is fine. It's not that we're not to perform.
No, I'm talking about these small performances, telling your wife 100 times a day that I love you, can I do this for you, and all. It's so artificial. I mean, we keep on performing only for what?
For
only
acceptance.
For acceptance.
But it's not only for acceptance and appreciation of other people is the most important thing to any individual today. And it starts right from childhood. Right from childhood. Because we saw that when we did something which our parents approved of,
and everybody
they were
clapped.
happy. They were happy. And that meant when they were happy, I was happy. And which means for me to be happy and to be liked by people, they have to be happy, and which means I have to perform.
Okay.
This goes very, very deep. Performance is fine, but my happiness, my contentment cannot be dependent on it. But then I had to learn that time. Now there's a lot of reworking to be done if I was programmed the wrong way. Today, most of us, ask anyone, do you have ego? They'll say yes. And ego means low self-esteem.
Oh yeah, last time you told me in Happiness Unlimited, and that was so beautiful. Ego is a false idea about yourself.
So ego is low self-esteem. A little word from someone, a little behavior from someone which is not according to me, a little someone doesn't appreciate me for something, I go like this. I get demotivated because my self-esteem, what I feel about myself, is dependent on people's appreciation, started from my parents.
What if a child's parent says, why shouldn't I appreciate my child? Why shouldn't I give him, enhance his, make him happy?
Very good.
Why shouldn't I appreciate it? Then what do you answer?
Of course we should appreciate the child, but not appreciate the child only when he performs.
Then?
See, I need to appreciate the child because my appreciation...
When he fails? Even then?
Important. When my child fails...
See, he performs and everybody clapped.
Yeah.
And when he fails?
When my child fails, what is needed?
Love.
So that?
No, that is needed because I've learned from you. But what do the people do?
They will give anger?
No, they beat him up.
Yeah. So now
they don't give him food. They won't talk to him. They punish him.
If somebody fails, the child is in guilt. The child is in pain. I want him to perform better. Obviously, I want him to do well next time. To come out of this guilt, to concentrate on his studies and do better, what is needed?
Love, appreciation,
love, support,
strength.
Understanding. And at that time,
that weakness has to be converted into strength.
Changed. But what will I do at that time by shouting and probably even raising my hands? Trample. Self-esteem.
Crushed.
Self-esteem has just been crushed. Appreciation, yes, at every step, but because appreciation and acceptance is empowerment for a child. The energy of acceptance and appreciation is very powerful energy that another soul, any soul, and it's not only with the parent-child, which any soul receives from us. But if we accept and appreciate only when they perform, then it becomes a little...
Okay. So
Let's
now
say
I
my
understand.
child has been honest. How much appreciation for that? If a child goes to school today, has not done his homework, and if he goes to school and tells the teacher or tells the parent, I had gone for a movie last night and therefore I didn't do my homework, what's he going to get?
That teacher will never appreciate and say, thank you for telling the truth.
Yeah, so the teacher will only shout instead. You left the homework and actually went for a movie? But if the child goes and says instead, Ma'am, I wasn't well last night, that's why I didn't do my homework. Love, care, concern. What did I just learn?
Lies.
Honesty doesn't work. You're honest, you got shouted at. But when you told a lie, they were fine with it. And then, even today I'm using that. That in order to avoid the rejection or the anger, whether it's from my spouse, whether it's from my
Teacher.
boss, whether it's from my friends, I do not think twice before telling a lie, because I learnt honesty got me anger. But when I lied, everybody was okay with it. If a parent and a teacher could just turn this, and if the child is honest, even if it means they failed, even if it means they didn't perform, even if it means they bunked, even if it means they went and experimented with drugs, even if it means anything, but if they were honest, let's appreciate. Let's keep aside the disciplining part for why they bunked or whatever they did little later. First thing, appreciate his honesty there. You're teaching him for life, honesty works. Then you can tell him, it was very good you were honest. I love this. Share it with the whole school. This child was honest yesterday. And then slowly say, but you know what, next time don't bunk school and go for a movie. You want to go for a movie, but also do your homework. He'll do the homework, it's not too big a deal. But what about that value which he has to learn? At every step, we're teaching them big lessons. Appreciate their value. Even see in schools, you've performed well, star. You got so many marks, stars. You were honest, any star for that? Any prize for that at the end of the year?
That's the biggest performance, being honest.
Then this is where we have to learn the parenting. Because I just have to keep in mind what I want the child to be. I want the child to be strong, happy, healthy. It'll have to be based on values, not based on marks and performances. Then he'll be intellectually strong. Today children are physically strong because parents take care of that. They're intellectually strong because parents take care of that. Best schools, best educations. Socially very strong. Extracurricular activities, hobby clubs, everything. Emotionally, spiritually.
That was wonderful, Sister Shivani, and the best thing you said today is people count the performance only when they dance and sing. They don't see the rest of the performance throughout their life. The children, they should, if you have to appreciate, then appreciate them at every step, not only when they speak a few dialogues or dance and all that.
And definitely appreciate values.
And definitely appreciate values. Thank you so much, sister, and a short meditation on this.
Let's sit back and let me look at my journey of life. There are challenges. There are situations where I have to decide in which direction to move. What is my compass on this journey? The compass which will show me the direction so that I never make a mistake. It's the compass of my core values and principles. in the biggest crisis, I just have to stop and check what my compass is showing me. And then use that compass of values, peace, love, power, truth. I use my compass. And as I use my compass, I strengthen myself. And as I strengthen myself, I empower those around me. Just watching me, they learn that the compass works. And with the compass in hand, there will be no doubts, no confusions, and no mistakes. I will be heading in life only towards there where I had decided. A journey of bliss, purity, and happiness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Parents need to check their belief systems because the children adopt the same belief system and then it becomes theirs for life and their destiny shapes accordingly. Relationships are not labels. Each relationship is only an energy exchange between a soul and a soul. We need to take care of the energy we create and vibrate to everyone. When we communicate, we should say and do only what we firmly believe. If our belief system is different from our words, it sends a conflicting message to others, and then we complain that they do not understand us. Our thoughts radiate continuously, and words are used rarely. Thought energy travels faster than words. Therefore, thought communication is faster and more powerful than words and actions. Appreciate children for their values and let them grow up with the belief system that values work and are appreciated by the world, rather than focusing only on performance to get acceptance. Tomorrow we will discuss the damage caused due to comparing and criticizing. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajyoga meditation center, call us on 099 99 744 555.
Om Shanti.